We are only a couple days away from opening day. It's time for me to give my full MLB season predictions. I'm going to get toasted for them at the end of the year, but let's get right into them after you guys leave a like and subscribe. Let's get right into the video. 2023 MLB season predictions. So first thing I'm going to do is go division by division and put in order what I think it's going to be. Then I'll give you the seeding at the end, and at the very end, I'll also give awards as well as the order and the bracket of the World Series and who I think is going to win the World Series. Everything is going to make so much sense. Full season predictions. So starting the AL East in last place, unfortunately, I do have the Baltimore Orioles. As much as I hate to do it, and I think they have a very good chance of getting fourth, maybe even third, it depends. They just didn't do as much as I would like them to in this offseason. So for that reason, I am going to have to put them in fifth place because the other teams are just a little better than them. Orioles are my second favorite team. I love them so much. I love their young talent. I'm getting an Adley jersey very soon. In fourth, I have the Red Sox. They're just like a little bit better than the Orioles to me. I think they did add enough pieces. They can still hit. They still have that ballpark. Rotation is actually not that bad. So I think this team can do some good things. In third, I have the Rays. And, this is one where their roster actually this year looks bad. I know we've said it in the past, but this is a year where even the platoon guys are gone. So it is tough to see this team doing super, super well. However, it's the Rays. I'm going to believe in them. I think they can sneak out third, maybe second. It depends. In second, I have the Toronto Blue Jays. This team is a very good team offensively, and they're moving in the fences, apparently. They added what I think they needed to. Chris Bassett. It's a nice pickup. I like the Blue Jays, just not as good as the Yankees, I think, who are going to win the division. Once they get fully healthy, this is a force to be reckoned with. The lineup leaves some to be desired. Play the kids, Oswald, and what's his name, Volpe. Need to do that, but other than that, we'll see how it goes. Moving on to the AL Central. In fifth place, I have the Detroit Tigers. This team just does not excite me a lot. It makes me sad because, I love Torkelson. Javi Baez is a nice piece, but is he really going to play that well? For their sake, I hope he does. Just this team leaves a lot to be desired. A team that got sneaky better is the Royals. Rotation can play a little bit, man. Jordan Lyles, Brady Singer, Zach Greinke, Ryan Yarbrough. It's for okay starters. Brady Singer's ace potential. See what they can do this year. Lineup actually, Vinny P's a beast. In third, I have the Twins, another team that got better. Arguably could be in either first or second in this division. I just think that, the pitching, while it's better, and Pablo's, you have a real ace, I don't think it's good. I don't think it's as good as the other teams. White Sox I have in second. They're kind of my sleeper team. I think they had a disappointing offseason, don't get me wrong, but they've got the guys to do it. Dudes who have gone out and done it before. I think if this pitching rotation can just be a little more consistent, this team can be very good. And in first, I have the Guardians repeating again. Not going to be as easy this year. I think that they legitimately are going to be threatened by both those two teams. I think this is going to be a super, super close division. Might have three teams about 90 wins. Heading over to the AL West in last place, it's obvious it's the A's. Probably the worst team in baseball right now. In fourth place, I hate to do this so much because this team is a borderline playoff team. The Angels. The roster, I could drink the Kool-Aid on this roster. The rotation is better. The bullpen is better. Bullpen's not a lot better, but it's a little better. The lineup is better. They added some nice pieces. Hunter Renfroe, Gio Urshela. Brandon Drury is a nice piece. They are a victim of the fact that the other teams just got exponentially better. Like the Rangers, who got ridiculously better. 2 off seasons in a row, they've gone out, spent money, and got a lot better. This team is a borderline playoff team. Are they going to make the playoffs? We'll have to see. In second, I have the Mariners. This team, I don't think they can really be talked about with the contender. I don't know. They're probably a contender. They've got a very good roster. I feel like them and the Blue Jays are very, very similar teams. Blue Jays may be a little bit better. I'm not really sure. Mariners are a very good team, and they're going to be there. The Astros, obviously, I have winning the division. It's going to be close between them and the Mariners. Not having Jose Altuve is tough. I'm interested to see how the rotation holds up now. They still got studs all over the place. Framber Valdez, Lance McCullers, Christian Javier is a beast. This team is going to be just fine. Trust me. Now for the AL Cy Young. I had to put some thought into this one. And I came to the fact, I think it's going to be Framber Valdez. I think now that Verlander is gone, this guy is going to show his worth. His stats are crazy. You saw my top 50 players rankings. I have him at, 32? I'm very high on him. I think Framber is going to be a beast. For the MVP, this one's really easy. It's Shohei Ohtani. I don't know how it could be anybody else. But if you want me to give you a dark horse, I think it could be Rafael Devers, because I think if the Red Sox are going to make a playoff push, he's going to be a big part of that. So that's my dark horse there. And by the way, my dark horse for the Cy Young is going to be Nathan Eovaldi, because he's had the best ERA plus when he's healthy. So he's a really good pitcher. Bigger part is his pitching can play. Here's the AL seeding. What I have: White Sox, Blue Jays, Mariners, Guardians, Yankees, and Astros from 6 to 1. Heading over to the National National League side of things in the East, we'll start the Nationals in 5th. Clearly the worst team in this division. Marlins in 4th. This is a team who's on the rise. I think this team can get better. Offense still leaves some to be desired. I would not be surprised if Gleyber Torres gets traded there. In 3rd, hate me, okay? Hate me. The Mets in 3rd. Now, I can't just pick the chalk pick all the time. I have to spice things up a little bit. While there is a obviously real possibility this team is going to win the division, there's 3 teams who are very close in skill level. There's a difference. The Mets are just kind of, things get Metsy, as they say. I think 3rd place, this is not disrespecting them. This is the other 2 teams are very good as well. Where arguably you could have the Phillies there in 3rd. I think the Phillies and Mets are going to be like the same record, maybe just like a game apart, and it's going to be super, super tough. I think Mets, they have a hard time staying healthy, and the Phillies are having their problems themselves staying healthy. Rhys Hoskins going down, it's tough. In the end, I think the Phillies can finish over the Mets. Trey Turner is going to have to be a beast like he was in the WBC. In 1st, I made this video saying that like a couple months ago, and I said the Braves might be the 3rd best team in their division, and on paper, arguably they are. These 3 teams are very close. It's just like they've won the division, 5 years in a row now. I don't think I can take it away from them just yet. Heading over to the Central, in 5th, it's the Reds. Someone in my Discord, I'll give you a shout out, Ben, was trying to tell me that the Reds are going to have a bounce back season. I'm sorry, no. Greenland and Lodolo give you some hope, but on the offensive side, what do you have? And the bullpen is terrible, not to mention. In 4th, another team on the rise, the Pittsburgh Pirates. I think they can finish over 75 wins this year, possibly. This team got better. This can be one of those scrappy teams that's just going to be annoying, kind of like the Orioles. In 3rd, again, I said you can't take the chalk pick everywhere. I'm going to take the Brewers here in 3rd. Corbin Burns is kind of already off the boat. He wants to leave. It's kind of apparent. Their arbitration thing's ridiculous. The Brewers are a smart organization. They're well managed. Their general manager is smart with what he does. Just look at the Josh Hader trade. While it didn't make a ton of sense, there's obviously was something wrong, and contracts, all that kind of stuff. You already know. I think what's going to happen is if the Brewers are not like really in the race, I think that Corbin Burns is going to get traded away. I think that's when you're going to see a bunch of other pieces maybe start to get traded away. I think it's kind of how it's going to fall apart. I hate to wish that upon the team because I do kind of like the team. It's just kind of what I see this team doing this year. In 2nd, I have the Cubs. This is a tough pick. I think they're going to be very close with the Brewers. I think the Cubs can finish about 80 to 82 wins this year. In 1st, it's the Cardinals. Someone tweeted something. I'll have to look at it again. But they gave like the projected lineup and they called it the deepest lineup in baseball. I'm not sure if I'm willing to go there yet, but it's a very deep lineup and I'm excited to see them play. Heading over to the West in 5th, it's obvious the Rockies are the worst team in this division. They have no pitching, and the hitting's not that great either. Surprise pick, I've got the 4th place Giants coming in. Might think it could be the Diamondbacks. I've got the Diamondbacks in 3rd. I'll show you there. But going back to the Giants, they got better. I think that Diamondbacks are going to be one of those like magical teams. As I said, I can't take the chalk pick. My baseball never goes by the chalk. Anything can happen. Which is why I've got the Diamondbacks taking their young studs, Corbin Carroll, Jake McCarthy, Jordan Lawler, Zach Gallen leading the rotation. Well, the rotation's got something to be desired. They do need to pick up another starter. Maybe they got this super prospect coming up as well. Similar team to the Orioles in the fact that they've got some young proven talent, and then they got a bunch of young talent that's unproven that's coming up. And this team is a very, very good manager. In 2nd place, can you believe it? The Dodgers. Again, kind of hate to do this, but while everybody else got better, I felt like they got a lot worse, and injuries are plaguing them. So we'll have to see how it goes. In 1st, it's the Padres. I think it's their year to win the division. Finally, this team is stacked top to bottom, left to right. While the rotation is leaving some to be desired because they got 2 like relievers who are looking like they're going to be starters this year. We'll just have to see how it goes. For the NL Cy Young, believe it or not, I think it's going to be Corbin Burns. You saw my video yesterday. You see he was ranked number 13, I believe, in my top 50 players, best pitcher in baseball. I think this guy is on a warpath to go do some great things this year. I think he's going to prove his worth, whether it's with the Brewers or if he gets traded partway through the season. Side note to this, I think that Zach Wheeler is a dark horse. While everyone knows he's good, I think he has a real possibility. This new sweeping slurve thing is disgusting. For the NL MVP, this is like a no-brainer to me. I think it's Nolan Arenado. He sees Goldschmidt going out there getting MVP last year. Arenado knows that he is just a very good player. I put him number 4 in my top 50 rankings. I think this guy is going to go out there and put up a unreal season. Arguably could have been MVP last year. As far as the seeding goes, here's what we got. Mets are going to get in. Phillies, Dodgers, Braves, Cardinals, and Padres. Yes, I have the Cardinals finishing above the Braves. And here we are into the playoff bracket. Here's how it's going to work. You already know the 3 plays the 6, the 4 plays the 5, the winner of the 4-5 plays the 1, and the winner of the 3-6 plays the 2. So this would be the 3-6 game, Braves versus Mets, and I can't see anybody with the Braves winning this one. Braves just kind of have the Mets number. It's really tough for me because I don't know what more the Mets could do. Their roster's so good. I know it's going to look like I'm just hating on them, but I don't think I am. It's just kind of like a cursed franchise. I don't know. It's so tough. Next one's going to be the 4-5, Phillies and Dodgers. Call me a homer. Phillies win this one. Phillies have kind of had the Dodgers number the last few years. Trey Turner revenge tour. Let's go ahead and do it. So that gives us a Phillies-Padres rematch of the NLCS last year. I think the Padres are going to get round 2. They get their revenge. They are probably a better team, better lineup. Reese is out for the year. That's a big factor. Braves and Cardinals are going to play. This would be the 2 versus the 3, and I've got the Cardinals winning this one. Across a 5-game set, you saw how the Braves were able to fare. Like, then again, it was with a bye, but, you know, when their offense is not as deep, there is a problem there. So that gives us an NLCS of the Cardinals and the Padres, and the Padres are going to win the NLCS, going to the World Series. I said it's their year, man. All right, heading over to the AL side. So this is the 3-6. It's going to be the White Sox and the Guardians, and I have the White Sox winning this one. I know this doesn't make sense. The White Sox are my sleeper team. I think Benintendi truly does make them a very good team. It's not just him, but they got talent everywhere. The Blue Jays and the Mariners, a rematch here in the 4-5. Except for that, they're flopping. I got Mariners 4 and Blue Jays 5, and it is revenge tour for the Blue Jays, getting it over the Mariners. That gives us a Blue Jays and Astros divisional series. I don't think you can take down the king. It's the Astros. They're just such a good team, even losing the guys they did. So that gives us White Sox and Yankees, and I think the White Sox take this in an upset. This is my upset for the playoffs. I think it's going to happen. I think the White Sox are the sleeper team that not a lot of people are talking about just because they had a bad year last year. Gives us White Sox and Astros here for a ALCS. I think it's the Astros. They're just a way better team. They're a better managed team. We haven't really seen this new manager, so I don't know if that's fair yet, but their pitching is just ridiculous. The World Series is the Padres versus the Stros. I think it's the Padres' year. I'm on the Padres train as much as I kind of don't like it. I think the Padres are going to win the World Series. This is their year. We'll see how they break off after that, but I think this is their year. Those are my 2023 MLB predictions. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Remember to leave a like as well as subscribe. Go check out the top 50 players for 2023. Came out yesterday. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out and have a blessed one.